13, 14, 15. Hello? Well, interesting. Let's see, what mountain do I want? Whoa, thanks for an auto host. We're gonna play some Legacy in a bit. Yes, let me look it up in a second, I'll tell you. MTG bot. Yo, I think you need to go to mtgbot.tv and set it up from there. Yes. We're gonna play some Mentor Stompy, essentially. I'm joking, because it's not really a Stompy deck, but it is certainly a Mentor deck. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Leagues. What's up, Sean? Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, this guy's doing really well. He's playing check pile, I think Arcan is. Windrider jumps around a lot, I think, deck-wise. Real Stompy decks play 9 basic forests and 4 land grant. Alright, washable water. Death and taxes. What? You were about to sub, now you need to reconsider. Dang, daggers, Akash. Slightly less handsome Bob Wong? Man, all of the daggers today. Alright, thanks for the sub, Akash. Ooh, I think I have to force this. Bob is ugly AF. I think I just get Island because I need to play around Wasteland anyways. Alright, well... Land! Ugh. Alright, it's fine. Thank God that wasn't Athalia. What's up, Corpse Grinder? Alright, land! It's kind of the wrong land, but whatever. The plan is to predict away Jace during Webcape. Yeah, I appreciate your sub, Akash. You're the greatest workshops player I know. So upkeep, I'm going to predict away Jace. Oh, Corpse Grinder, now is definitely the time to buy ports. Flicker Wisp. Yeah, you got it. Land? Wait, why is this in my deck? That's a punt. The key will cost you? You're hilarious, Sean. Hilarious, I say. Okay. I'm gonna see what my opponent gets, but really my deck is not supposed to have Reinforced in it. It's supposed to have 2 Scalding turns. I forgot to change that. In any case, I'm going to Brainstorm and put the Terminus on top. I want the land. Buster Storm is likely not to be very good. Yeah, sick Flusterstorm, right? Yes, the Misties are supposed to be Tarns. I just forgot to change it. But we're pot committed now. Don't care if my opponent plows this. I'd rather they plow it than play, like, a real threat. Yes, why is this in my deck? Indeed. I'm just gonna Brainstorm. I do have a basic mountain now. I just added a basic mountain, so actually matters quite a bit. Predict away Scalding turn next turn. Yeah, I just changed it because I changed my mind. But c'est la vie. We're locked into it this league. I kind of like this Swords to Plowshares art, even though no one uses it. Wasteland. This is very late for my opponent. You got it. You got it. So Scalding turns on top of my deck. I can just Brainstorm. So I can predict away snap to Miracle Terminus at end step if I want to. I think that's the plan. I'm so far ahead that doesn't really matter, but you know. What's that, Sean? So plow, snap, plow. Prefer ha ha ha, I think. He or GGG. I should have actually considered dazing that, but whatever. I think we're so far ahead that it's going to be hard to lose. I'm going to Miracle Terminus. It's fine. Doesn't really matter what I do. Days in Terminus. That is a sweet D&T deck. You're hilarious. I'm just gonna make sure I don't time out. That's kind of the worry. Don't really need much. Just want to keep that off the board. I'm just going to keep floating the Terminus in case if I need it. Yeah, use the force. You can just kill all of his threats. You've never seen Star Wars, so you just wanted to say that? That's fine. I'm just going to kill all of the creatures my opponent plays. Yo, thanks for the follow, Monkey Man. Really, Sean? Really? Oh, ye of little faith. Cute. I'm digging for a mentor, scary roar. Could have been doing this a little bit better, I think, but that's fine. Well, I just want to be able to terminus creatures if possible. The minute I draw a mentor, I can make like a bunch of tokens. It's fine. What I should have been doing, I think... Well, we'll get back to that in a second, but... Code under Baraskull? Flagstones of Trocare. You can have that one. I can just float the thing in my hand if necessary, which is what I should have been doing probably. So there's a lot of flagstones. Maybe they have Cataclysm in their deck. Whoa, thanks for the 22 donation.
You're a great content creator. Thanks for streaming. Maybe Enchantress one day?
I have played a bunch of Enchantress in my lifetime. That's fine. Or you can just snap plow that. The problem with Enchantress is that Leovold is very, very, very good versus it. That's the only problem with it, I think. What's up, Nugatti Knight? Alright, so we just need to finish the game out quick. Can have that one. It's fine. It's fine. I terminus first so I can, well, either way it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna ult Jace anyways. Portent my opponent. Just not even gonna bother activating. I can just F6 so many times very quickly. This is very, very, very not good versus them. These rainforests are supposed to be Scalding Tarns. I should probably have... Daze is less good on the draw, I think, on Arag. Don't get Daze. I'm not going to Blood Moon them. Thanks for the follow, Black Spectre 16. Cut counterspell? Alright. Cutting Jace versus D&T seems not smart. Yeah, Jace is the nuts versus them. Interesting. I think I'm gonna just keep all of these. Do I care about this? I think I do. It's gonna be just so hard to beat that. Should I brainstorm here? I'm gonna brainstorm. It's sort of aggro, but I want to put these volcanics back. Hope I'm not getting pre-weighted again. That would be kind of bad. Alright. Quick Wisp. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna get a plains here. I'm not gonna plow yet because there's a chance they target that with their flicker wisp. I want to give them a chance to screw up. Yo, thanks for the follow, Brian. Because I wanted to shuffle things away, Nugatti Knight. Yeah, Black Students is so brutal versus... I'm gonna just slam Mentor. I think there's a good chance my opponent took out all of their plows. Whatever. I can swing and plow the Mother of Runes, but I'm not sure that's actually that good. Yo, thanks for follows. Another Stoneforge. Really would like to find a Terminus now. Okay. It's kind of bad for me. We really need a Terminus. Right. None of those are Terminus. Terminus? It's not Terminus either. Mentor-daze-icles? Yeah, that's not inaccurate. Go name planes. My Terminus drawing plays? Yo, thanks for the follow. This was just such an awkward game, but you can still Miracle Terminus. Alright, we died. I guess if my opponent messes up somehow, we don't. Alright. Good beats. They ain't cut one force on the play. Maybe not. Nah, I'm going to. You can't stop me. Ooh, this hand's pretty good. I'm gonna ponder off this to look for lands. Perfect. Perfect. Got it. Tif tea for tacos? Don't know what that means, but okay. I just want to draw all of the lands off the top of my deck, really. I'm gonna swords that. Yo, thanks for the follow. Wonder if my opponent has a main phase Violent Thalia here. Yeah, boring miracles. Hey, I said there were mentors. Yeah, he should have done that draw step, I think. JK, thanks for streaming. Oh, wow. All the trolls. Is Staticaster isn't boring? So my opponent cannot plow my mentor with this out, which is notable. Two ports. Attacking there, if my opponent has like Mirren Crusader or something, is not great. So, just chose not to attack. I think my opponent has a bunch of 1 toughness creatures in their hand. Yeah, probably no need to 1 fast anyways. Just gonna brainstorm. The only flying creature that can come out is Flicker Wisp, and I have that covered, which is kind of nice. This can block that, so I attack. Yo, thanks for a follow. That would just blank my mentor from attacking him, essentially, so I forced it. Okay. Yo, thanks for the follow. Definitely okay trading Mentor for Prelate by this point. So I'm worried about Cataclysm, but there's also nothing I can do about it really, so... I do enjoy where this game seems to be going, which is my opponent looks like they're probably going to lose. Still okay trading. Just unlocks my entire hand if my opponent trades. I feel like the Statcaster is secretly blanking my opponent's entire hand, so... No. Because I want to be able to... Basically, it forces the issue on Flicker Wisp, Duckalope. If he has a Flicker Wisp, he can kill Jace that way. Alright. Time for some Monk Stompy. Yo, thanks for the follow, Death Guy. Some say that we could take our time, or I could just kill my opponent. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Opponent has to block now, which is nice. Yo, what's up, Hyperion? Hooray. First match done. Mentor is a card. Wind Rider. Alright. This hand's kind of bad. I'll keep though. Yo, thanks for follow, Chef. Delver. Alright. Just plow it. I'm gonna save my portent to see what I actually need in a bit. Wait, thanks for hanging out on this Wednesday? Wasteland. Kind of want all of these. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Yes. And I kind of want to force this because my opponent shuffled on the ponder. That's kind of bad though. I'm not going to. I'll just force my opponent to force my mentor, I think. Okay. You can daze this if you want. Nice. That's fine. It's fine. What are other people up to this? Ooh, brainstorm walked again. That's pretty good for me. So, don't even know what colors my opponent is. I want these blasts. I think I can shave one force. Maybe two. This is more of a Turbo Xerox deck. I really don't like Blood Moon, especially on the draw versus these decks. Well, that has no lands in it. This is fine. I possibly should have kept that, actually, to brainstorm it. Oh well. Well, Giga Patrick, you know what they say, know your enemy. The Return of Gideon. This relic is going to keep my opponent off any Delve creatures. So they just drew Probe that turn. Chose not to shuffle Vault go. Alright. Darn, that's pretty bad for me. Oh well. Problem is, it was going to be almost impossible to get around that. If he targets me, my land with the thing, I'll just relic myself. Yo, thanks for follow, Sinatre. No respect. This is such a level 0 play, too. Alright. wonder if my opponent's gonna force this. Interesting. Okay. Alright, that's decent. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Hyperion's a book. I'll just brainstorm first. I know there's a land, at least. Predict away Portent main phase, I think. Portent. This is going well. It's fine. Hyperion is a person. Next turn I'm going to play Jace with Buster Storm backup. I guess I don't have force backup, but that'll have to do. Ooh, nice, we won. Thanks for the follow, Hierarch Noble. Alright, need to use the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back for a third match. Go for the gold. Yeah, I would like to be gold again this year. I also would like to win this league. Our plan with Jace was going to Fate Seal to play around Bolt, but I guess he didn't have anything. I would Fate Seal myself probably, which is Scry. Oh, Snoopy, Snoopy, doo doo. Do do. Snoopy, come home. You haven't played with Jace since Standard? You really should play with Jace in Legacy. This is Mono Blue Omnitel guy, I think. Yo, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think Honorok played this guy earlier. Chose not to shuffle. Yeah, you don't play with Jace. Could have Portent, try to dodge drawing white cards. So I draw Predict, and then Ponder, then Predict a white island. Oh, did I put Ponder on top? I hope I put Ponder on top, because I would rather pitch that one to Force, but... I'm gonna daze that. Don't think it really gets better. A lands variant with Jace. Shuffle. My hand is so garbagey. That's the problem with this deck in game 1 versus Miracle, or versus like combo. These cards are all bad. Yeah, I was thinking about that after I did it, found Omega, but the problem is Daze gets bad later. Alright, what are we gonna board in this matchup? Canist, Rebs, Wear Tear, maybe Surgical, and Fluster. Opponent's still in the tank. Guess this is a hard impulse. What's up, Jacob? Hope you're having a good one. So Impulse into Preordain. Bottom both. Twitch works at work. Yeah, that is lucky. Top. That is bad news, Bears. Alright. Pretty much have to jam here, I think. Just try to get a clock going. Predict them, get the soul read. Is that even better than just playing Mentor? Predict them to screw up their preordain? I guess I could do that, in which case I shouldn't have fetched first, but actually maybe that's good. If I was gonna do this, I shouldn't have cracked my fetch, I think. I'm not sure why every deck has 0 meddling mage. The Spell Pierce. Man, you guys are so smart. Called it, kinda. Well, that stinks. Whee! I've died. That was awful. Alright. These can go. These can go. In get. In get. In get. In get. I guess surgical is better than other things. Well, first off, we already need to board in more cards. So I'm not cutting the planes yet. I heard this guy has 4 Boseiju, so I might bring in a Blood Moon just for Boseiju. And if I'm bringing Blood Moon, I definitely don't want to cut basic planes. I heard this is the Fort Boseiju guy. In which case I do want another one of those, and I will take out a planes for it. kind of absurd that we need to bring in Blood Moon versus Mono Blue deck. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Snoopy, Snoopy. Donald, that's not a dumb question. But the problem is that Noid and Tutor is, like, it's worse than having an extra copy of a card, I think. Basically, the card disadvantage is not great. Do I want that Jace? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, the card disadvantage is a problem. If it weren't for that, I think that would actually be reasonable. Like, if it put it into your hand, that card would certainly be great. Yeah, but the problem is the people who know these matchups, they aren't just cold to those cards completely, Donald. Kind of hate how good Probe is, but, you know. With the two forces behind, I feel pretty safe. I mean, obviously that leaves me with no gas, but... So he has regular Zendikar Spell Pierce and Invocation Spell Pierce. Alright, I'm probably dead. But I did what I could. That kind of sucked, but c'est la vie. Sounds pretty good. Blind. So this can fetch planes. Without double protection, I don't think you should tap out, but I just hate giving them so much time to do their thing. Stoneforge. It's fine. I got Bear Skull. Alright, so I probably need to plow this. Should I tap out for Mentor? Yeah, probably. I don't have any setup cards. The problem with not doing anything... Wow, my Mentor survives? It's fortunate. I'm not going to deploy a second one because of Supreme Verdict, but... That's your favorite Joe Cool fact? Oh boy. Joe Cool is quite a cool guy, though. Shamelessly plug your YouTube videos on your stream. I mean, kind of would prefer you didn't. What's up, Scott? Just clap in the house. He did at least ask. I do appreciate that. If my opponent's gonna just play draw go, I'm okay with this. Because I have a angry 3 mana 2/2. Continue to play as though you are town. Oh, that's good. Alright, we'll just keep hitting our opponent. I don't even want to cast this Portent yet, because it takes on Force. I can just wait a turn, or two, or so. Really, the impetus is on my opponent to do something. I'm extremely patient in spots like these. maybe too patient, but like, okay, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. That's what. Playing Portent? I don't know what you're talking about. When did I play Portent? I have no idea what you're talking about, really. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just trying to figure out what you were actually saying. I mean, it's always good to... Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Do I just let this go? He gets one brainstorm. Yeah, actually, I think I'm just gonna let it go. See what he does. I think I can sort of just free kill this, which is nice. Alright, nice. I can free kill it. I know my top card is a land, but I don't know anything underneath, so I should still brainstorm. Wow, that's perfect. Yeah, Jace also killing their Jace's gas. Yo, thanks for follow SC Human. Do I care about this? Guess I can counterspell it. I'm gonna spell pierce. Okay. But it has a lot of spell pierces in their deck. Which means jamming is a lot worse versus them. We have so much protection now, though, especially with all of our lands untapped. It's fine. This is fine. Just going to bury them in cards. Oh, if I was going to cast that, I should have cast pre-combat. That was silly. I just give them plow? And the fetch? Return Batter Skull. Yeah, I missed 1 point of damage. I don't think it will matter, but it could. At least we're ahead on time too, in case if it comes to clock fireballing. Dazer777. I think that card is mildly interesting. This doesn't even register as a card to me. Counters one my counterspell, so they get a Snapcaster? There's nothing even good to target. Oh, I guess they have swords. I'm being blind. Which means I should have... Yeah. I was supposed to force the snap, actually. I just got confused. Like, this play doesn't make any sense for me. I should have... Oh, also I knew there was a plow on top, so I definitely should have let this go. Alright, nice. We're gonna snap Portent on ourselves because I don't really like the cards on top. I made a few mistakes this past turn, but I think we're still gonna bury them pretty easily. Yeah, I don't want any of those. Nick Fit archetype. Yes, nice post-combat Portent. No. You got it. Nick Fit is always a fun deck to play in local tourneys, no bully. It does, Donald. And good evening, Arcan. Alright. Alright, nice. easily win that game despite me punting a few times. I like Relic and Mirrors, actually. You can just slowly grind their graveyard away. Yeah, I used to do that. I'm too lazy now, though. Yeah, I won that game despite playing suboptimally, Josh. No plows, so Batterskull will always come down unopposed. Maybe that's a bad idea. You win most of your games that way, Josh? Stern but fair. I'm actually thinking 3 plows, 3 swords, 2 terminus. Alright, well, I'm not bringing in surgicals. Two STP max? Oh well, I have 3 in. That's fine. This hand doesn't do anything. This hand's fine. I'm gonna leave that on top as a hedge. The hedge being turned to Stoneforge. J-Cho, if I'm still qualified by that point, yes. Yeah, I should have sided out another plow, I think. It depends on what deck you're playing, Daryl. No thanks. No thanks, deck. This is actually a matchup where we could side out of basic planes, I think. Look, the full rainbow. Like, if you're Zoo versus Howling Mine, I think you don't... You should just mulligan to a hand that has, like, a cheap creature or two. And even if you mulligan a bunch, I don't think it even matters. Like, I think you can mulligan to, like, 3 and probably still beat them. But I don't know what deck you're actually playing versus them. Black-white? So, like, the Husk deck? You mull to 5 so you could dump your hand. I mean, they do have to play Howling Mine, I think, to beat you in that matchup, so it's fine. It was always Chite. Yeah, oh, hand in hand. Man, all I remember is that that deck wasn't great, but... Alright, we can wait some more. I'm gonna wait to draw a blaster too, I think, before trying to Jace. Anyway, how's everyone doing this Wednesday? Man, opponent hit a land off Brainstorm? How lucky. Alright, you can go. Actually, I'll leave the Terminus on top in case I need to Miracle it versus True Name, but we can just ship. The opponent Windswept Teeth. I see. Well, I'll fetch now. Nice Chris RD19. I wonder who this actually favors. I want to say me, but I also have no evidence of that. Yeah, I don't care about that. So just like a 4-color control deck, Chris? Alright, I'm gonna snap Brainstorm. Well, that sounds kind of fun. I hope you do well with it. Check pile modern style. I could have sworn I shuffled that away. Alright, let's get some beats going. Wow, where are my lands? I'm gonna ponder looking for a land. There we go. It's not going to keep attacking. The only bad part about this is that I actually shuffled my wear tear away. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Same target for all of them. Yo, thanks for a follow. How do you pronounce that? ZTLUHCS? No idea how to pronounce that. It's just way too many syllables. Value's the best win condition? Yeah, just bore them to death. Nice, I don't get punished. Very lucky. Relic. Snapcaster Revelation. Yeah, it's gonna be a while for that again. Relic is a legit win con in Moto. Wow, the Relic Mirror? Alright, I'll play Snapcaster in response. Nice. It's actually great. So I can predict away Portent in his end step. Snapcaster counterspell Relic. I don't know about that. What I do know is I'm gonna just keep attacking for 4 until my opponent has to do something. That's fine. Pretty sure my opponent had one of those based on the way the game played out. Yeah, Relic Mirrors are insane. Luster Storm really showing its worth here. Just don't want to spend like another 4 mana next turn getting my Jason to play. Nice. It's great. Fluster Storm in a dual deck or a commander deck? That actually would be pretty reasonable for Legacy. Card is like $70 now, I think. Wow, my opponent just didn't want to play anymore. Well, straight to 3-1. Ooh, 70 if you're lucky? It's higher than that? Interesting, if true. Japanese flusterstorms are 150. Wow. Why are cards so expensive? Flusterstorm. Judge promo on SCG sold out. Also $100 on SCG, not sold out. D&T? Alright. Flusterstorm in standard? Oh, so this hand is extremely awkward. I think I'm gonna wait to see what my opponent does on turn 2. Alright. Alright. Crisis averted. So I'm already exposed to Wasteland. I'm gonna just play my other non-basic. Please, no Wasteland, no Wasteland, no Wasteland. I'm gonna just burn another Brainstorm because I actually need more lands. Wow, Jesus. Yes. Oh shit. I done goofed. Though if my opponent was smart, I wouldn't be able to do anything anyways. If they just vial with my fetch on the stack, I can't do much. Alright, that's fine. So, what do I need? First of all, Miracle Terminus. Yeah, I think Storm is a mechanic they really don't want to bring back. Yeah, don't use the phrase Jew word, please. Mr. Tofu. I think it was an autocorrective keyword though, I'm pretty sure. Like on phone. I think I have to force this though. I mean, that was not the ideal time for autocorrect, Mr. Tofu. Let's see. Days unlikely to be good anymore. Alright, so I can predict days on their turn. Oh, I pitched Brainstorm? That was not my intent. Whoops. That was real bad. That was extremely bad. Uh-oh. I hope I don't get punished for this, but... pitching Brainstorm 2 weeks ago was fine. Oh, man. Days you can get out. Portent myself. Pitching Brainstorm has never been okay. uh... Yeah, but we had Terminus in hand, so it was a mistake. Yeah, like if this were a Brainstorm, I'd be in a little bit better shape. As it is, it's gonna be kind of irritating to get around those. This is why Engineered Explosives is extremely good in this matchup. If I had Explosives for 1, I could almost never lose this game, I think. Alright. Yeah, Nugatti Knights, clearly sometimes it is correct to pitch Brainstorm. But there, I do not believe it was correct, which is what I think White Faces was saying. So I can predict away swords on my upkeep. They were just memeing. Yes, I believe they were also just memeing. Well, Arcane in this deck, I think Brainstorm's a little bit stronger actually still, because you still have 4 Miracle cards in your deck. So the value of Brainstorm in the late game is still relevant. I see. Revoker. Let's see. We're also extreme. We're 1 land away from hardcasting Terminus, if that's relevant. Below this was Snapcaster. Yeah, Brainstorm is much better in Miracles than it is anywhere else. I can still predict naming Snapcaster, but now I have to just cast a bunch of plows anyways, so... You can do exclamation point deck list, Caprican. Brainstorm is absurd in Storm. Yes, yes it is. Chris RD19. It's a nice way of putting it. Interesting. I suppose my opponent just wants to leave up Crocus always. So I can snap Brainstorm. Getting into Trials I think is actually okay versus like Storm, especially post board. You're welcome, Caprican 713. I'm gonna snap Brainstorm. It's an interesting way of putting it, Chris. He is a little bit more versatile than Meddling Mage, that's for sure. Things you hate, racists and death and taxes. Good to know, Stu. And clowns. I think I'm probably dead, unfortunately. Yeah, the double vial basically killed me. And Nathalia. I think I punted this game, though. It is a real fear. Clowns are terrifying. Why are they painting their faces? What do they have to hide? Ooh, Flusterstorm should go before Force. It's kind of awkward. I didn't play that game optimally though. Yeah, the Caracas Thalia thing was kind of irritating. But you know, that happens. Oh, nice. This hand's pretty good. By the way, if you guys sub, you get this sweet, sweet emoticon. Just saying. Put the needle. Sure. That's fine. Yeah, represent those Jarvis claps. I'm always kind of happy when people do this sort of thing versus me. Like, it's really just not that scary. This is like a card that's not actively killing me, which is the part I'm happy about. Man up and Pithing Needle fetch lands? You know... yeah, way better than turn 1 Vial. I'm just gonna daze this hard cast. It's basically a counterspell right there, which is kind of nice. Yo, thanks for the follow. See, there's nothing good to revoke now. Thanks for the follow too, Roller Senior. No, it's the same league. I think I'm just gonna put these two back. Shuffle 4 planes and hope to draw a land so I can mentor plus Portent. Alright. Let's go. I lost the first game. Vial plus Caracas was too strong. Yeah, not blocking. Good try, though. Oops. Portent was going to be dead anyways, so... Might just snap Brainstorm main phase, actually. So upkeep I can predict away Jace. I wonder if Mentor's going to kill my opponent. I have upkeep stop right here. It's round 5 Arcane. I'm 3-1. Yeah, it's on. It's just the Moto interface is sometimes hard to Oh shoot, I put Scalding Hunter on top? Whoops. That's embarrassing. Oh, whatever. Really thought I put a Jace there. Oh well. I'm okay with this. I can just fetch and play another Mentor if they want to trade. Okay. Just going Monk Stompy on them. It's pretty effective this game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo, thanks for the auto host. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo, thanks for the follow. 5, 6, 7. My opponent wasn't actually dead. That's the interesting part. That's what I was doing the math about. If I attacked for 3, they would go to 8. If they equipped Dahlia attacked me, and I tried to block with all, it wouldn't even work. Dark Pact to make a Monk token. I think my opponent prematurely conceded. You know, which happens. I'm going to take out one Gideon, one of the 4 mana planeswalkers on the draw. I think it's kind of... Grixis Delver is a combination of the best deck and being played a lot because it's the best. I use this as insurance to protect mentors and sometimes to just like, if they don't have Cavern or whatever. Mentor is bad in Modern, I think, because there are no... Like, the cantrips aren't great. Wow. His hand is atrocious. Luckily, we get 2 mulligan. Alright, keep. Don't want that. Dang it. Alright, well, it's sort of okay. It's less okay. This Vial were in play, I would be absolutely fine, but, you know, whatever. I'm sorry, Hans. I actually am sorry. Okay, I really hope I brainstorm into a Terminus at some point. This is kind of bad, actually, but we definitely need Terminus at some point. Batterskull? Sure. Fortunately, my opponent's drawing Wastelands instead of Ports by this point. Mr. Tofu, whichever one will make you happier is the answer. Ooh, that's good. So I can predict my opponent to Miracle Terminus. That doesn't help. Yeah, I mean, was I supposed to be here to help? I'm gonna predict naming planes. Yeah, they are completely different decks. I think this is when I'm sort of glad to have a second planes in my deck. If my opponent has Thalia right here, it's such an unbelievable beating, but There's not much I can do about that. I don't think 2 planes is always correct, but here it's much better. Yeah, play what you're more comfortable with is also a good way of saying things. So if I this is unfortunate. As soon as my opponent draws a 2-drop, it's going to be real hard. Okay. I guess I'll take a hit for a turn. If that's the only thing that's happening, I'm happy about that. No thanks. Will force anything. Almost anything. That one for sure. That one as well. My opponent doesn't have anything because he was F6. That's why I attacked for 2. There's the port. That's good, actually. Hello, Fire Hellkite. I'm going to put Jace on top, redraw it. It has drawn a lot of lands. I'm actually going to kill the Sword of Fahrenheit, I think. Just means almost all of the 3-drops that get vowed out die to Static Caster, so I'm okay with that. Kill the clown, you mean this sword? Yeah, something like that, Stu. Mountain is awkward sometimes, especially when these aren't Scalding Tarns, because I forgot to change my deck. It's pretty egregious. My opponent has also drawn extremely poorly, thankfully for me. I'm gonna play Snapcaster and target Ponder. Wow, Max Torsion. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Nahiri the Lithomancer coming. If that happens, good beats. Okay. That really doesn't accomplish what you want it to, trust me. So I can insulate myself from like a cataclysm. So I will. Yo, thanks. Wow, we went 4-1. Sweet. Yeah, 8 treasure chests. We got that clown. I've been on a losing streak somewhat lately. Testing standard kind of stinks. Let's see. Also, RSC block draft. Haven't been doing well. Standard. Oh, I think I played the standard leagues on my other computer. That's why they didn't show up. Alright, so what? How do I want to fix this deck? Power Blast. Maybe no Gideon. I don't know. Scalding turn over Rainforest. Play lands? I guess I could do that. I like 2 Volcanic, I think, but that's not universal. Alright, you talked me into it, Emo Pizza. We'll play a lands league. Well, I don't want to do that for red-green lands, Lord of the Pit, I think. Wow, coward? Oh, Sean. We went 4-1. Omnitail guy again? Are you kidding me? This is even worse. Also, this hand is unplayable versus Omnitail guy. I mean, this hand's unplayable versus everyone, to be fair. Angry reacts only, indeed. Alright, this is fine, actually. Well, Sean, a green source, really. Four angry emotes for you. Yo, thanks for the follow, Paul. Paul. This Wasteland unlikely to be good versus that deck. Angry Snoopy dances? Oh man. Nice. It's not High Tide. We literally played against this guy last league. Ooh, I should have cycled main phase in case if I hit Mox. Oh well. Cool. Yeah, fun interactive magic. Man. Come on! Who doesn't force the gamble? Are you kidding? Who doesn't force the gamble? That was kind of BS actually, but whatever. Whoops. I can't believe the gamble didn't get forced. It's so tilting. I'm just trying it out for now. What's up, Mark Dash? Mark Dash into his hole. Can't believe that happened. Jeez Louise. Oh man. Outside out goes quarter. There's nothing to revoke, Sean, and it's just a 2-1 for 2, so I don't think so. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is like one of the best cards versus them, actually. Five. Yeah, maybe, actually, Sean. Just as a clock. I could dig it. I mean, there's so many colorless lands in the deck. B-Parks. And now he knows. Uh, Sean, I'm pretty sure Mono Blue typically doesn't have Ingersoll brands. But, like, obviously I'm not... Really? Interesting. I see. Uh, Warping Will is independent of Burning Wish or not, I think. If that answers your question. Yeah, skill game. Crystal Brand's the best Magic card printed. Um, Dave Long plays Warping Well quite a bit, Giga Patrick. I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, you could ask Dave about that, frankly, but... Also, I'm going to play around Surgical even though I don't really need to. Nice. Walker Noob. Chose not to shuffle, so my opponent found another land. Okay, nice. Pedal, 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 back to basics? Sure. I'll just make a 2020 then. Stackzilla. Alright. What do you want to take out for a Revoker, Sean? Like, I actually think in this configuration all my cards are alive. I'm not going to bring the Revoker. Decide this. Yeah, I don't think Revoker is good either, so I'm just not going to do it. So I'm not going to do Turbo Sphere. If my opponent shows on 2, I'll just put Sphere in. Otherwise, I'll just hardcast a Sphere on 2, and then hardcast a Sphere on 3. Chris, this is lands. I don't have the list saved right now, but this is probably the deck I'm most known for playing. Interesting. City. Choose this one. To who the hell knows? Man, Mark. Oh, I was actually supposed to crop rotate for an Ancient Tomb response, I think. Well, I can just crop rotate for Wasteland and hope that's good enough. Autumn Lily, that seems extremely unlikely. So I'm going to try to play around my opponent hardcasting Emrakul. Proliferate explosives like 10 times? It sounds like gas. Yeah, you're not saying it's likely, but it would be entertaining. Yeah, Joko has. Good times. Yikes. Well, probably dead now. God, I hate this matchup so much. We lost to this guy playing blue, white, red miracles as well, which is... Yeah, I'm dead to this Emrakul. Yeah, that's so frustrating. I could have crop rotated for Wasteland, but I still slowly die. I don't know. That was a weird situation. Joe has done a lot of things. For what it looks like. That's a good quote, Mark. It's a great quote. Really, truly a work of art, Mark. It'll be indisputable proof that Miracle is greater than Lance. I mean, that was generally true. Like, success-wise. For most people, that is. Never forget the goblins. Yep, rest in peace, goblins. Rest in peace. Unfortunately, that deck hasn't been good in years, which is the real problem with it. because Goblins is bad versus most graveyard decks. Yo, thanks for the follow. Yeah, to hedge against breakfast. Good old Softwood breakfast. I wonder if that deck could be good again, actually. This hand is actually not great. This hand's fine. So that means any red source is loam. I'm gonna keep that. Forest Pit Baleful Strix? Sure. This is likely a good matchup for me if that's occurring. Goblins were good and Threshold played Werebear. Chose to shuffle, so I'm gonna waste them then. If they didn't choose to shuffle, I would contemplate not doing it, but alright. I might actually use Stage to copy a red source if they play one. Or I might use Stage to copy Ghost Quarter. Just kill all of their lands. Actually not sure if that's a good draw. Arcane, I sort of agree with you, but kind of depends on the exact scenario. Hope it's just Leovold. Yeah, I do not care about that really. I'm going to respond and copy the red source. So, like, sometimes forcing it is right. Actually, a fair amount of the time, forcing a Mox is good. I'm revealing all of the secrets, but look at the number of colored sources this deck has. It's not actually that high. Alright, you're going to not do anything like that. I could have... oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play around Edict. They have it, they have it. Nice. So this is a matchup where Wish is good because you can still access your loams post board. In fact, Dave often boards out one in these matchups. This also fake counters Warping Whale by making a Scion. For what it's worth. Can we take that card out? The problem with this list is you're Sideboard is so strained with the cards. Like 3 cards and a bunch of Seers and a Revoker. I'm not going to side that in. Even though he said he likes it versus Deathrite, just think it's kind of fragile versus them. Imagine getting your Mox and your Revoker K-commanded. It's just way too many cards for them to be up for me to want to do that. I'm going to keep. Giga Patrick, I don't think these decks play Wasteland that often. The like 3 to 4 color piles anymore. They've generally cut down, way down on the number of Wastelands. Nah, I think this deck probably only has 1 or 2 at most. Oh, it still says Mentor? Alright, 1 sec. I'll fix that in a sec. Thanks for pointing that out, though. Mentoring us in Legacy? Oh, you're funny. Whatever. Yo, thanks for following Johnny9. Kind of wonder if my opponent actually has some Deathrite in their deck. I would assume so, but we have seen no evidence of that so far. Okay. I could have crop rotated for a Wasteland, but I don't care. Giga Patrick, I will upload to YouTube. I did technically play around it with the Ghost Quarter up, so that is a good point. Interesting. I think I'm gonna discard Canopy actually. And then crop rotate for Grove first to see if it's safe. Not gonna play around at second surgical. I basically chose not to do that when I committed to this line. Red, black, green. Okay. I see. The creatures don't often live, unless if it's a Leovold, in which case it takes so much work to kill their creature that it's kind of infuriating. Speak of the devil. Tuna lip, yeah. Alright. Cycling this on my main phase no longer does anything, but if I cycle it on their turn, it does something. Yo, thanks for the follow, Ethan Boyd, 330. Basically, this is going to be a complicated game, I think. I don't remember if cycling overrides that. Well, it's cycling to Dredge Loam. But I guess there's no real reason to find out right now. I've just gotten two conflicting answers. Shaking my head. Oh, I get to choose whether I replace with... I literally just got multiple... Oh, but I've already drawn a card for turn, so I don't get to choose to replace, is what you're saying. Yeah, I believe Tuna Lip is correct. That is one of the cards I needed, I think. kind of hope he doesn't force this. Okay, sweet. Alright, plan is to not die. I probably just have to give them a few cards, but whatever. We can outdraw them by so much soon that it's not going to matter, I think. You can have an extra card. Nah. I see. I'm gonna try to punching fire his guy twice during his upkeep. It burns when I P-fire. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really sure what my opponent's plan is, but c'est la vie. Oh, I was not supposed to tap that, actually. That was a mistake. Yo, thanks for the follow. My opponent pitched a Leovold? So if my opponent attacks, I'm going to make a Scion and block. We're still pretty far ahead, but I just have to make sure not to get myself killed by this. So bunch of forces are gone, so I'm gonna just try to kill this main phase, I think. Yo, thanks for a follow, Corey Coolcat. I don't think he has a surgical for my punching fire. He would have surgicaled it so long ago if he could have. Just trying to not die. I think my opponent sided out all of their bolts, or they don't have many bolts. It's one or the other. Sure. Doesn't really accomplish that much here. Just Corey. Cycle, no dredge. Yo, thanks for a follow. Alright, that's good. I'm actually just gonna play that because I need more mana is good here. How much better is Legacy after the top ban? I wouldn't say it's better, I would say it's different, is the answer. We'll cover to that one. I don't really care. Thanks for a follow. Alright, sure. That was basically a lock to happen, but whatever. Yo, thanks for the follow. And this is the problem with Diabolic Edict and Surgical from a slow deck. It's just so easy to play around all of this stuff forever. Like, I can make Dark Depths probably like 7 more times this game, which is not going to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, I can just keep shoving it down their throat in before wiping. Basically, I think they misassessed their role in their matchup. Basically, I'm the control deck. I have inevitability. I don't really care what they do as long as I'm not dead. And that's being borne out here. Like, pretty hardcore. I don't care enough. I'm just punching fire their creatures down too now. No, the way you counter it is by making 1/1 Scion. Okay, that's fine. I'll just punching fire my opponent a bunch of times. You're not, I mean, I don't like using that term, but alright, so the plan now is to cast punching fire a lot of times. So I'm going to use both my stages to copy Taiga. We're mostly boring our opponent to death. I'm going to stop dredging now. Oh, I played a port already? That was a mistake. Whatever. So my limitation is going to be red mana. So I should do this. This is the boring, boring, boring part of the game. Doesn't matter how many P-Fires are left, you only need one. Yeah, this is really the boring part of the game. Like I have so many P-Fires per turn. Like just look at how many lands I have. Kind of sorry to make all y'all suffer through this, but I'm also trying to do it as fast as I can. My opponent's pausing now. I'm going to play around Surgical. I think I can afford to. Sorry you feel that way, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Is this not how lands games go? You can't always yes, because you actually have to pay the mana, which sucks. I'm gonna continue to play around Surgical because I can afford to do so. Yeah, you're right. I should do that. I'm still continuing to play around Surgical. Okay. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna see what my opponent targets. If it's surgical, I'll just bring both of them back up again. Yo, thanks for the host, NZD. I went 4-1 with blue-white. Blue-white splash red. And now we're punching firing this guy who got tired of me doing things. Okay. It was just blue, white, red miracles. Okay. No. And this is how you kill a 4-color control player after getting your depths extracted. Really, that doesn't mean that much to a deck. Like, if you give me enough time, I can deal like tons and tons and tons of damage with punching fire. B? What the heck is B? Oh, this isn't B. This is... Hooglin! Oh man, this has to be a good matchup for me. Well, that deck is not really designed to play against Wasteland Recursion, so let me tell you something about that. No, that's 12 posts, tuna lip. Oh, that's real good for me. So I took a blind draw because I really need an exploration to advance. Someone should clip this and send this to Jeff. Actually, I'll just do it. I don't think they joined the wrong queue. Pathy knew what he was in for. You can Karn with post on 3. Stream should be 18 plus. This is just dirty. I would really like to know if they have Graveyard Hate post board, but yo, thanks for the follow, Philip Way. If I were Jeff Hoogland, what would I do? Innocent. Look, I've been killed by Karn so many times in Modern that I do not feel bad whatsoever. Main deck Relic? Alright, then I will side in those. And probably Revoker. Yeah, Tron is never innocent. I'm gonna bring in Ancient Tomb and take out Glacial Chasm. Tabernacle, also not great, I think. I mean, I think Modern Tron is sort of almost a limiting factor of the format in some ways. Because if your clock isn't fast enough, you just get eaten up by Tron. Burning Wish has been decent so far, MC Usher. I do believe the Cloudpost deck can turn 3 Emrakul, because the modern version of that deck that was legal at the first PT definitely could like turn 3 or 4 Emrakul. Alright, I'm gonna keep. Map. Alright. Ruben, Indy's not cheap for me. It ain't cheap, bro. I wonder if I'm even supposed to play the Mox. X-Flow. No, I'm not going to. I'm just trying it out, dude. It's Corey. Yeah, it had Amulet or Escape Shift. I'm not going to play the second exploration. That would require giving him a life. And if I drew stage, I could just have 20/20 next turn. The interesting question is, what do I do if I don't draw stage? Power plant, eh? Wonder why my opponent is cracking main phase map. I play a mix of port and quarter, so I'm gonna Burning Wish for Loam. Yo, thanks for the follow, guys. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Alright, so opponent is 1 off of Tron. Wastelands. Ding. I can do that now. I'm gonna port the colored source, actually. Yo, thanks for follow. Alan BD. You want to watch Vintage? I think if that deck had crop rotation, it'd be a lot scarier, actually. Yo, thanks for the follow. So there's only one fetchable land left in my deck, so there's no reason to play this one out. I'm going to fetch up the Sheltered Thicket. This is the wrong deck list. Yo, thanks for all the follows, guys and gals. Opponent didn't want to play anymore versus Wasteland Recursion, which makes sense. I don't think that deck is very well suited for Wasteland Recursion. Bryant Cook? The Bryant Cook? This is not a good matchup. Well, maybe he's on empty. Unfortunately, he's generally too smart for that, but once he figures out that Where were you guys? Ellie giggle. Look, let's get some Jarvis claps in here. Claps out for the lands. Mostly lose game one, but post board I have a lot of spheres. God, never lucky. That's literally the card I gambled for. In before wiping, I'm aware of what's going on. There are no wish targets for the matchup. I mean, I guess Devastating Dream sort of counts, but... What the heck? Why did it click for mana? That was weird. I'm actually gonna main phase cycle because if I hit a Mox, it's relatively good. That's fine, I guess. I need to give him so much life. Kind of hoping I just don't get killed. Clean up. That's a good sign. Alright, no reason to loam this turn. Like, taking a natural draw is so much better. Alright, so his hand's clogged full of win cons is what we can deduce. Here's one I hope nothing bad happens to me. We have some remote chance. That's because he kept a, like, he mulled, kept a one-lander, brainstorm, didn't have another land. And we wastelanded, so... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good cards coming in. He was doing math to see if he could do something, I suppose. So ad nauseum is no longer an engine for him, I think. Because you really don't want to ad nause from 4, I think. Exploration there is a pretty good draw. I do have to give him some life, but whatever. No. If I die, I die. You only live once, and you only die once. Hashtag YOLO and Yodo. Oops. I want to move that over here. With that, you're turning off the stream? J-Cho, no! J-Cho! I'm sorry. Opponents thinking about what happens at 5 life. Like, you have to do something this turn. And it has to be tendrils, I think. So you have to deduce how you can tendrils for 20. Philip, that's the question. Revalidating his life choices after losing to Jarvis. Come on, Cho, man. Cho, check out this emoji. Just for you. Those claps were you. Ah, good times. Congratulations, Shinji. Shinji? I wonder if I'm dead. Or if it's just an emergency tendrils. Alright. So he was debating ad nauseam. I don't think it's terribly likely to work, but... Oh man. Is he doing it? Zero floating and play to land this turn? Wow, that would be impressive. Yo, thanks for the follows. Yeah, the cojones indeed. Yeah, he's played a land, so but the pedal gives black. Oh man, he's Burning Wish for tendrils? OMG! That is pretty sick. That was a sick ad nauseam. Yeah, we got wrecked. We did get cooked. Ain't even mad, no. No, I agree. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could have. Oh, fuck this. I'm just gonna concede. Standing ovation of Jarvis's. There you go. Can leave one more Burning Wish in, I think. Bog is okay too. Yeah, Hull Breach. Ha, that's funny. X-Flow into Thorn. That's actually the only way this deck can do this. MD Hackbird, it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, Cho, I was supposed to get the P-Fire back at some point to deal one more damage, essentially. But, you know. I can Burning Wish for a sweeper, but I would also rather have this be an out via crop rotation. Surgical. Interesting. Ball therapy. I think I'm just gonna just ship. Don't really want to play either of these. Ruglands needs more love. I'm not a huge fan of the deck. I understand other people are. Again, I'm going to sandbag this in case if he does try to empty for some reason, even though he's not really going to do that almost ever. Volcanic. That's good. So he has to... I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for him to win from. But I also don't have much going on. There's no link for this 75 currently. Echoing Truth. So opponent has 2 Echoing Truths in their hand. I'll cycle this now. Yo, thanks for the follow. This is not ideal anymore. What the heck? Still think it's not the easiest for him to go off through. Yo, thanks for the follow. I know no storm required, but... Yo, thanks for the follows. I'm definitely naming Chrome Mox. It's also a clock, more importantly. So, this is kind of a tricky situation for our opponent. Like, they're really not in a good spot whatsoever. No, he's not salty. He's just trying to figure out, I mean, what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm naming Chrome Mox because it's a double Stone Rain. And then upkeep, I'm going to port probably Volcanic. Yo, thanks for the follows. Ooh, double entendre. I like that. I actually like that a lot, Pat J. Whoa! Thanks for the $20 donation, Sog Farm. Just gonna get a wasteland. Yeah, closing the door. The noose is tightening. All we need are stone rains. That's all we need. Alright. Can't do much. We're on the draw, so it's much worse for us. Alright, this hand has a turn 1 sphere and stage steps behind it. Really cannot mulligan this, ever. I might pitch Wasteland, actually. Nah, I'll pitch Grove. You're right. Hope I don't get probe therapied, but... Oh man, he's aggressively mulliganing. I guess he knows I have like 1,000 spheres post board. Interesting. Off of 5 cards, Matt? That's so unlikely. Yeah, he just wanted to play around Thorns to tell him and performance me. Because I have no creatures in my deck anymore, which is unfortunate, but... I'm just gonna waste. Don't have to cast Gamble yet. I don't even know what I want, frankly. You can surgical my wombs. I don't care. I don't care if he surgicals Loam. Like, really just do not care whatsoever. If his last card is surgical, it's a party, lol. No, he plays surgical. He has 3 surgical, 3 echoing truth post board nowadays. There is Cruise. I don't play either of those cards. Oh yeah, pitching depths would have sucked, but besides that, that would have been quite bad, frankly. Yes, yeah, I can just wait forever. If my opponent had Echoing Truth into Surgical, it might have been kind of bad, but I think we can actually rebuild with the Cyclers. Oh man. Tonight's been a good night. We've had some nice matches. Yeah, especially since I didn't know what to gamble for. Yo, thanks for the follow. I'm actually getting kind of tired now. Let's see who else is playing Magic. See if I can pay it forward. Alright, I'm going to pay it forward to a friend of mine. He's testing for a GP and he took me around GP Minneapolis. Just give him a watch for a bit, but thanks for watching tonight.